Hello there, Sirius here, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but lately I've been thinking a lot about how we're pressuring ourselves a little bit too much with constant productivity, right? And I feel like I'm actually more productive when I'm not putting myself in a box, where if I tell myself what I need to do and when, I actually get less done than if I just do it whenever I feel like it, because the things that I need to get done are actually things that I want to get done, so it's not like I'm not going to do them. What ends up making me procrastinate the most is if I'm pushing myself to do them at any specific time, because that's what society decided is when you are supposed to do it. Like how most people are doing their chores on a Sunday. I hate doing that because I feel like there needs to be at least one day in the week where I get to do nothing other than what I want to do. And a lot of my friends don't understand this, but I feel like they don't have to, because it's my life and it's my Sunday. So spend your Sunday however you want, and honestly spend your days however you want. You already have to conform yourself to a work schedule that you usually cannot escape from. So in your free time, just do whatever you want. There was a time when I used to go to bed directly after work because I'd be exhausted from work, and then I'd wake up pretty early in the morning to actually get things done before work, because then I'd still have some energy for that. There also used to be a time that I used to wake up in the middle of the night for 1 or 2 hours to just do some stuff, Usually it was to play video games with people that weren't living near me. And a lot of people might argue that that is not healthy. But, constant stress is not healthy either. So really figure something out for yourself. As long as you're getting enough sleep and you're clearing your responsibilities to-do list, everything else is kind of really up to you. Just, live your life however you want. That said, I'm doing a bit of gaming before I start my chores, because then I will not fall into this pit where I feel completely stressed by that I need to do chores. So getting myself some fun in before I do my chores actually helps me sustain through the chores a little bit easier. I know some people prefer to do the chores first and then reward themselves. I can't do that, because if I do that, then I'll actually just procrastinate instead of doing the chores, because my brain is trying to tell me that, bro, you need to relax. And we don't want to do the chores, we want to relax. So relax first, then that feeling isn't going to creep up on me. That said, right, I talked a lot there, but I feel like some things just need to be said. So, I actually don't know where we were, but I think we ran out of copper, didn't we?
Light bulb.
Let me just check real quick. Yeah, so we completely ran out of copper. I'm gonna have to fix that. Alright, so let's try and see where the copper is. Okay, so one vein here, 2 veins up there. I think I'm going to go up to the 2 veins and set them both up. Let's make sure I have everything I need before I'm going. So gee, my inventory is a whole mess. Okay, I keep doing this and I always end up regretting it, but we're doing a temporary storage. Alright, you there, you in there, you don't need you. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. Right, I have 10 harvesters. Might need another stack of conveyor belts. That's about it. Alright, let's grab them.
Light bulb.
Let's grab those conveyor belts. There. I mean, we still have some copper laying around in here. It's still coming through, right? But it's mostly in this box, and this box is almost depleted. So some of our industry is still actually churning out some stuff, while the rest is actually completely run out. Right, did I grab that? No, I did not. Okay, let's grab. Actually, let's just grab 2. Oh my lord. Okay, no, not what I wanted to do. How is it that I just can never get there? Shift. Okay, wow. I can never remember the shortcuts. If you use so many different things and play so many different games, shortcuts are kind of it's kind of an interesting thing, right? It's like I've been using Photoshop almost daily for a couple hours every day for working on my game, and you know, so the Photoshop shortcuts are completely different. Let's do this thing first. Nice little island here. It's pretty cool. All right, let's harvest. Give me some titanium. Ah, there we go. Always love when I get some titanium. Okay, I'm just gonna harvest this whole little island here. I might set up some wind turbines here actually, since might as well. Let's make a couple. All right, so I'm gonna start here. Let's set up our harvesters. Okay. I'm always trying to keep in the grid if possible and get as many nodes as possible as well. Aha, see, that's absolutely fantastic there. Let's place this one over here.
Replication complete.
This one's kind of awkward. I might need to put down a foundation for this to work. But where do I put it? I can probably put it up here. Right, so let's put that foundation down. I'll just do a bit like this. That should do it. Alright. Rotate this bad boy around. And nope, that doesn't do it yet. Okay. For a moment I thought I was doing too much, but I guess I was just doing too little. Let's put one in there as well. Okay, there we go. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I'm pretty satisfied right now. Getting 10 veins each, I'm pretty satisfied. Alright, and I think before I do any of that, I'm going to kind of choose the path I'm going to take.
Flight mode.
So we're going to bring this back there as best as we can. So we're gonna have 2, I think. So let's go ahead and destroy that. Actually, while we're at it, let's take down the whole facility. And this rock. It looked at me funny.
Flight mode.
Alright, so we have space here on this side. So that's probably where I'm going to go with this. And we're going to climb up on top of this as well. But we're going to climb in here. wherever we are going to just input things in here. Because I'm pretty sure the rest of this is perfectly fine for the iron, right? And then we're gonna have to clear all this, which it's probably going to be able to do that even without our copper, because it's still non-stop making foundation, so it's still going to need steel, so it should still be just slowly trickling out. All right, and then we're gonna have these two, and then I'm going to bring them out. And I'm going to have to think about what line. I'm out of fuel. I wanted to keep these. Alright, let me just put some coal in, and we're just gonna can I just make some fuel real quick? Well, I don't have any coal. Okay. Well, there's coal over there. I can just grab some fuel real quick. Okay, and then we want to make some fuel here. That's 10. Might not be the most productive method. It might be faster to just fly back and just grab the coal, or just grab the fuel, right? We actually have a bunch of it stored. I just wanted to okay, let's go ahead and put that in, and go ahead and grab some fuel back here. It's not far, so let's just go ahead and put that in real quick. You know, since I'm here, wouldn't it be a good idea to set this coal farm up as well? Right, we've got more than enough fuel. Yeah, wouldn't it be a good idea to just set this up real quick, since we're already here? I'm gonna just set them up kind of like this. It's not the most ideal, probably, but it'll work. And I think we're going to go like so. Yeah, that'll work. And now we just need to connect this somehow, somewhere. So this is just going to come through here. Alright, so we've got
Mineral
inputs
depleted.
here, so right, we can just pull that in real quick.
Flight mode.
And then we can choose here. I think I'm going to pull them together here on the water, kind of like this, 1 and 2. Oops. Okay. Let's look at this node. It's kind of a little bit of a oddly shaped one, but we should be able to get that with... I'm gonna try and do 3. So I'm kind of going to try and grab all these here. Like so. And then just do some overlapping. Like so. I think that's okay. And then we're going to bring that together in a box. Let's first figure out where all these conveyor belts are going to go. So I always start with the most inner one. Okay, let's grab that tree quickly. Ew, it didn't even move it. Okay. Now that's a chunky rock. Ooh, 18 titanium ore. Okay, I'll take it. But I always do the inner one first, so that I can then pull the... Didn't see the rock there. So that I can then pull the other one kind of around it like so, in like a snake path. Alright, and I don't like this. So let's do it like that. You don't have to accept when it doesn't look the way you want it to look. Okay. Perfect. So we can just feed this into a box now. I like having a little bit of overflow. Okay, and then normal sorters should be plenty. Should be plenty. And then we just have one output. Oh gee, okay, I see. This is kind of like the thing that I hate, where the terrain just does this dumb thing where it doesn't look bad like this if it goes around the corner like this, but I needed to go 1 over. So yeah. You don't have to accept mediocrity. Okay, that should do it. And then over here, same deal. Let's bring things together. Okay, this is a bit of an awkward one, but it goes around the corner really easy over there. Easy on the eye. And then let's check. So there's good, but we're going to interrupt this with a box, which we're going to bring this in, and then we're going to delete this, and we're going to put a box here. Exactly where I want to put the box, I do need the foundation. Okay. Okay. Did we make wind turbines? We made some wind turbines, right? Yes. so I think one wind turbine here. And then wind turbine here should take care of this. Actually, it needs more power than that. Okay, so let's put one more there. That should do it. I'm pretty sure one wind turbine per harvester is perfectly fine.
Flight mode.
Okay, so now we're going to do the same here. We have 3 wind turbines left, so that should, in theory, power all this. You know, theory is not always correct. Oh, wow, I can sneak this kind of like in there. That's interesting. Okay. That works-ish. I feel like the grid load also kind of goes down over time, but not really. Okay, we're going to obviously might just leave it like this. I mean, it's fine, right? This one's fine, right? So these should be fine as well. I don't know why they're not fine, unless these wind turbines. Nope, we skip the same amount of yield. So this wind turbine is able to get this mining machine completely working at full capacity, whereas these 2 wind turbines can't handle these 2. I don't understand. Ah, okay, it is finally dropping. It should be able to do it. Like, in all honesty, if one turbine can do this, then 2 turbines should do that. Easily. Easily. I'm gonna put a Tesla tower in there just so these wind turbines are kind of sharing. And if it's not 100%, you know, efficient, oh well. Okay.
Mineral depleted.
Yeah, see, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Okay, before I put all the copper onto these conveyor belts, let's make sure the conveyor belts are going in the right direction. Okay, I'm hoping this will give me a lot of soil. And is this the outer one? Yes, that's the outer one. Okay, so let's connect that. And then we can reverse this, connect it. Okay. And now for the other one. We can probably downgrade these. Right. Remove these just because. And let's reverse this path. And downgrade this as well. The iron has stopped now, which is a little bit of a problem, but we're just gonna smack another box on top of it and do this, and then take this out. Set the filter to copper, and then do that. In the meantime, we can probably make a couple more wind turbines because we just picked up some iron. Let's use that right away. Oh yeah, it's giving me a lot of soil, so that's good. Good for my solar power ring. Okay, all this is now connected, so I think it's reasonable to just start sending the copper so we can produce things again. And the only thing left now is connecting that other one. Where is that? Okay. Building a bridge. Okay, let's clear some of this rubble. I know you can also just build right through it, but then I wouldn't be getting this titanium ore. You never know how much of it I will need down the line. Yeah, because it said very difficult, not just difficult, it said very difficult, so I want to imagine that I need every bit of resource that I can get my hands on. I'm going to put the box here. Come, my minions. There you go. So we're gonna put the box here, and then we're gonna continue. Yeah, let's just put a wind turbine here. And another one there, and then we'll put the other one as far away here as we can, and then we cannot connect it. Okay. Oh well, whatever. We can, however, probably connect these. So I think that's fair. Because there's a lot more wind turbine here than is necessary. Alright. Obviously, if I didn't put the box here, but I moved the box up there, I wouldn't be needing this wind turbine. I'm realizing that right now as well, but, you know, whatever. I hope you appreciate that I put the box directly on the grid. Only problem being that this solar panel is directly in the way. That's the best way to go through there. Over? Under? Nah, probably probably like this, right? I should have checked on that and then made like a straight path, but this is temporary anyway. This is going to be depleted really fast, so don't care. When I know something is only temporary, I end up not paying that much attention to the details anymore, and it's kind of a bad habit. But sometimes, actually, I'd also say it's a good habit, because then you're not holding yourselves up with unnecessary details, right? Necessary details is one thing, but unnecessary ones, no need. Alright, so copper is coming.
Flight mode.
Now we just need to fix this tower here. Basically, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I messed up. I messed up completely. It should be okay. It should be okay, because over here it'll be sorted correctly again. Alright, so now we're going to do our trusty little method here. And then we're gonna reverse this whole thing, connect it, and we're going to add one piece of copper here. Only I had more copper. Alright, that should do it. Let's just leave that in there. Okay. Now we're gonna have to probably
depleted.
Do that, and we're going to go from that elevation down. That looks great. Alright, we're gonna copy the whole thing using our trusty blueprints. So, create blueprint, select, 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 select. Right, absolutely perfect. Click use now, and just put that sucker over here. Awesome. Oh, come on. It's not able to do it on the outside again. Why? Can you do it like this at least? Nope. Okay. Okay. Houston, we have a problem. Okay, let's do the blueprint thing again. I don't know what it is with the position of this box that it's not able to do this. I have absolutely no idea. Everywhere else is perfectly fine. And this is not even that far from the equator, right? The first line here is over there. But I suppose it's just far enough away And that's another reason why I like to build at the equator, because the squares are the most square over there. Right, so this is this is very annoying. It's kind of one of those things where I wish the game wasn't doing that. Alright, and we're gonna have to go and put this up like that, and I'm just going to remove this and then remove 2 and then connect from here to there. Alright, it is what it is. The game does weird stuff sometimes. I mean, it still works, right? It's still perfectly fine. It's still absolutely perfectly fine. Okay. Yay! Okay, now let's go ahead and
Mineral depleted.
just pull this out. Oh boy, am I going to have enough? I'm not going to have enough. Just about barely. Alright. But we've got some copper at least arriving again. Yay. You know, honestly, we don't even really need a second line, but I'm building it anyway because we might bring in copper from outer space. Oh well, off planet. We're kind of in outer space, so yeah. But yeah, we're gonna bring it from off planet. Perhaps. Perhaps. Unless we just move our whole industry somewhere else, like the whole copper smelting is just gonna be done on that one planet, and then we bring, instead of copper, or we're gonna bring copper ingots, right? That probably makes more sense, because, you know, like, why do it like this? Probably best
Mineral
thing to do, a best practice, would be on planets high in resources, setting up resource harvesting and making base things like ingots, and then bringing those to a factory planet, which then makes the second level, and then bringing them to another factory planet, making the third level of things, right? Until eventually it's all separated into different planets, all working together. Okay. I suppose this offset doesn't look too bad anyway. It's okay. Right. Okay. Let's see how long this copper is gonna last. While this copper is still here on the planet, we have to remember it's our last copper. Right? It's literally the last of our copper. So once this is depleted, I'm pretty sure this is the last of our copper. Now that we've built out these harvesters, we can actually check if there's any copper that we aren't harvesting anymore. Nope. This is the last of the copper. Alright. That's
Flight mode.
kind of scary considering how quickly I ran through that. We still have so much other stuff, but we're really lacking copper. It's really scarce. Okay, let's just see. I can probably turn this down a good amount. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not overproducing things, right? This is only at 2. This is full as well. This is full, right? I'm trying to make sure I'm not producing more than what I need. You know, even conveyor belts, I think it's perfectly fine to just have 2 rows here. And then it's probably also fine to just have 1 row actually of these, right? Conveyor belts I need a little bit more. Okay, I think that's fair. The biggest consumer of copper is pretty much our research, because the blue matrices, they require the magnetic coil, so there's that. We're always going to need copper for the research. How's our energy grade? Oh, it's looking really good. Okay. Well, not much is currently active anyway, so there's that. Alright. Plastics, not really a priority right now. I'm kind of not sure what my next objective is, other than, of course, leaving the planet and, you know. So I might actually want to prepare for that. I'm gonna need fuel and a couple of resources, harvesters, smelters. Although I can also argue that I can probably get most things there, right? Right, let me just see what's on that planet to see what I'll need. We are going to prioritize copper, and that was all the way out. No, it wasn't all the way out here. It was here. Oh, actually, that's not too far. Okay. Okay, so that should give us a direction. It has high wind energy yield and it has high solar energy yield, so that tells me we will definitely want to bring some of those things. We don't have any silicon ore up there, so if we need anything built from silicon, we ought to take it, like solar panels, right? So we're gonna take solar panels. Everything else we can probably set up there. We've got some coal, but not a lot, but we've got some coal. So if we set up a fuel production facility, that would be okay. It's got lots of stone, which, you know, you could smelt that into silicon. But there's that. So there's that. But I think for now, I'm going to see about just setting up harvesting and smelting on this planet rather than making it a production planet. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think right now. 188,000. So this doesn't have a lot of iron on it anymore. But it does have titanium. See, we already have a lot of our production facilities on Canis Minoris 3. We can probably also
Research complete.
oh, nice. We can probably go ahead and rename this. eventually. For now, I'm just gonna leave it as is. Alright. Right, so we're going to mostly just produce raw resources here for now and smelt them. No production, just smelting. Okay. Okay, just harvesting and smelting. Okay, now let me check on the resources. So and then you are after that. Okay, so we've set up our research here so that we can harvest at a better rate. Let's take this coal out, this in, make these out of the coal that we have. Okay, what we don't need is plant material, stone, iron, copper. Actually, let me just put these in my inventory for now. So let me just make a travel chest over. Let me just make a travel chest here. Right, so what we need is we need these fuel rods because I like having a couple. And then we need harvesters and we need these guys, and we probably want to grab some solar panels. Alright, let's grab this many solar panels. What were these for again? Oh yeah, no, absolutely don't need this. Don't need this, okay. I will want to make a couple more Tesla towers. I have a bunch of coils still in my inventory, or at least I have a bunch of magnets. So let me just grab some iron from somewhere. We should probably make these instead. You know, we can make more of them up there, right? So that's not the biggest problem to me right now. I just want to have a few to get me started. I'll need to just take a bunch of this copper.
Mineral depleted.
It's just...
Mineral depleted.
Yeah. I don't even know where to grab it from. Right?
Replication complete.
Probably just gonna grab it from here. Alright, make more of these. Okay, so some wind turbines, solar panels. We're just packing our bag right now. Boxes, assemblers. I need one assembler for the coal to make fuel, right? That's like one of the only things I'll want to actually make up there. Other than that, it's mostly just harvesting. Okay, 200 of those. I want some foundations, of course.
Replication complete.
There you go. 16 should be enough for now. I can make the rest up there. Okay. We'll obviously want a bit more fuel.
Flight mode.
Kind of forgot. Don't I have a better fuel down the line somewhere? For now, this is the fuel we have. It should be good enough. Right, let's grab... Oop, okay. Let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stacks of this. We can put that in and then have an extra 5 in our travel bag.
Flight mode. Mineral depleted.
So we're gonna prepare everything. And then next time we're flying out there, I want a couple more harvesters. I can make 1, okay. I think I'll need more copper. No, it was iron I need. Iron. Alright, bless you. Let's make 10 more of these and then... That should keep me busy for a moment. And then we're gonna want to grab some of these. Some more of those. Probably the most of what I need. I don't think I'm going to bother with the upgraded version. Of the belts just yet. Eventually, I might, right? But okay, so let's get all of this in here. We obviously have more inventory space than this box provides, so there's that. Gotta keep that in mind. We have about 1 row more, so I can fill this bottom row. Let me just fill the bottom row with the conveyor belts. Yeah, we're gonna fill the bottom row with conveyor belts. And then we're going to put this stuff over here.
Replication complete.
I don't know. We're just... That should be fine to start with. Maybe... Put that in there. That. Okay. So we still have some room. I feel like I should take a bit more sorters and maybe just take some iron. Maybe 2 stacks of iron. Maybe that stack of magnets isn't a bad idea to take along.
Flight mode.
It's not a full stack, but whatever. Okay. Can I take everything? Okay, we still have some space. We're gonna take a stack of foundations, obviously. And maybe we're gonna just take the copper anyway. And the gears, because why not? And
Flight mode.
okay, a stack of... Oh, we need boxes. Right. I completely forgot about boxes. Alright, let's land. The stack of foundations should do it. Let's actually do maybe 2 stacks, then we're full. And is 1 stack of boxes enough? Now 1, 2. Okay, we're gonna get rid of the copper. And let's just take... Although, honestly, I feel like... kind of don't want to take this stuff. Well, actually, the magnets aren't a bad idea. Okay, but the rest I'm leaving. Alright, and then let's take more boxes. Yoink. Because I'm taking the magnets so I can make them into spools or coils, right? By grabbing copper up on that planet, and then, you know, I'll have some spools ready to go. So I think, yeah. Let's go like this. Oh, you're completely full. Alright. Okay, we are ready. And now we're just gonna have to wait for the planet to kind of orbit a little closer. Because currently it's pretty far, but we're getting closer to it, so... maybe not the worst timing to set out right now, because as we're flying, it's obviously going to come closer. At least I think we're getting closer. Are we getting closer, or are we getting further? I feel we're getting further, so let's just go ahead and see if we can fly there.
Flight mode.
Alright, so leaving the atmosphere. Oh wait, maybe I haven't researched it yet. Oh gee, I haven't researched it? Let me check. Do I need a different technology? Oh yeah. Wait, no. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't be able to do it.
Mineral depleted.
It's not saying. Okay.
Flight mode. Research complete.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Let me check that again. It says... okay, we do need it after all. Okay. So now we're gonna have to wait for... Because, right, like this one doesn't say anything about cruise. This, however, says... to activate cruise. And I think we will need cruise. It shouldn't take too long to research it. We're just gonna wait for that and do that next time. I know this is very anticlimactic. I don't want to sit around here and just wait though until this is ready. We're just going to fly there next time. So, toodaloo, I'll see you next time. Bye bye. And it's high time to be productive now.